just sent me through a national forest. What in the world? It's beautiful though. I left the truck stop, went down 40 for 2 miles, and ended up in the Foggy Mountains. I think it's some of the Ozarks, but I had no idea. It looked like it was starting promising, and then all of a sudden I was climbing hills. So it's beautiful though. What a pretty road. Just wasn't expecting it. Enjoy the scenery. I've seen some log trucks, so northbound Big Rig entrance. There you go, Max Pines Truck Stop. Best hamburger in the state. So I guess there's a bunch of loggers up here. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting, you know, 4 lanes divided highway or something, but it's pretty. Gotta watch your speed. Be in a big trouble. Sharp curves and steep downgrades. Steep next 53 miles. Drive with care. I'm supposed to be getting off of this in 17 miles, so we'll see what happens. I don't know why. I don't know why this why Patsy sent me this way, but she did. Ozark National Forest, Moccasin Gap. And foggy. 35, I have maybe 200 yards of visibility. So if there's anything that's up here, I need to be able to see. I have 6 seconds of visibility to that sign, so just like I said, you just kind of make sure you grab your gear and hang on. Nuts. What an adventure. It's 50 degrees. I would have turned around if it would have been, you know, colder than this, because I would not want to be on this road with it icy. I mean, I even looked ahead to see, and I just assumed it was straight up a nice road. Yeah, straight up, all right. Straight up a mountain. But like I said, I mean, this beats interstate traffic for sure. I always like back roads. I don't know how many back roads I'll be able to take in a truck, but this is definitely a back road, I would say. I mean, everybody said get around McNally or whatever, but this GPS hasn't led me astray yet. I'm not really astray. I'm just probably would have chose a different route for a lot of reasons. Weather, fuel conservation. I'm not heavy, thankfully. I'm only about 29,000 pounds. So really key to trip plan and look ahead. I'm sure it's beautiful, but all I can see is the fog. Oh, the fan's on too. There we go. Got that right on. I need to look up some YouTube tutorials on lugging, because I'm not sure about, this is an automatic truck, but I'm not too sure about the you know, I know the gears to be in a shift truck. I don't know what, you know, I don't know how to switch them. All in good time, all in good time. That was it, just 2 people on this road, so supposedly another 14 miles to my exit. We'll see. I said I got plenty of time to get to the destination, so. Oh no. Anyways. There we go. Hit the traction control button instead of the fan, but it kicked on automatically around 2:15. It like everything's hanging out around I don't know, I'd say 185, 190. Got a lot of, did my pre-trip today, per usual, and plenty of coolant. Imagine, like I said, there's plenty of stuff that could go wrong in trucking. That's why the pre-trip is vital to your success, because for some reason, if you just had a coolant drip or a leak, and that joker was empty and you come up into here, you probably run hot pretty quick. But if all systems are go, this thing's built for hauling stuff. Meatloaf. I'm fascinated. I won't be as I'm trying my best to enjoy this first little bit as much as possible, because it's going to become work eventually. But what you're seeing right now is why I love trucking, because I've never seen this before, especially from up here. It's gorgeous. Even though you're just looking between the yellow lane and the yellow line and the white line, it's beautiful. That's enough of that, I reckon. I'll see y'all at the bottom. What's going on, YouTube? I got some diesel treat. This is Anti-Gel, the most expensive one, which isn't that expensive compared to a clogged filter. Maybe they'll sponsor me one day. Treats up to 320 gallons. I am in, it's on the water tower. I'm about 50 miles from Kansas City at the Pilot Travel Center, and I'm going to be putting some Anti-Gel in. This ought to be a real treat for old Flash Jr. Took care of me today. If you're ever going, Trans Am people, truckers, I got some news. Public service announcement. If you're ever going from Russellville and you just think you're going to go up 65 and go up to it's amazing. There's so many towns. I went through the Ozark National Forest, and there wasn't nothing but me and log trucks and 1-lane bridges and 7-8% grades, and unbelievable. It was crazy. Let me see what I'm doing here. I probably should get a funnel, but maybe not. We'll see. That went in easy. That looked like about a third to you. Anti-Gel. I don't know. It's supposed to get like 20. It's supposed to, y'all up in my cubby hole. It's supposed to get 28 degrees tonight. And you're supposed to, if you crank it and it's too cold, it'll mush up the filter. I'll put a picture here. And it's bad. I ain't done it yet, but that's like the main warning. So all the YouTube videos I watched was do it. It ain't gonna hurt it, so do it. Anyways, I will recap the night tonight, what happened today. Unbelievable. So this section brought to you by Howes Lubricator, Diesel Treat, Diesel Conditioner, and Anti-Gel. No gelling guaranteed. Alright, YouTube, it's Higginsville is where I is. Nice little truck stop. This is kind of a cool spot to be if you wanted to grill out or something maybe, but truck going way down the road there. That's 70 towards, I'm looking towards Kansas City. Pilot Travel Centers. Got a McDonald's and a Subway. Anyways, that's what you saw. I grabbed reserve parking. The reason that I grabbed reserve parking is because Josh Vlogs doesn't like that. I don't know. I think once you go around about 6 months, you know your timing and everything else. A lot of stuff I watch, the truck stops for they get full. So what that does for me is it gives me an assurance that when I get there, if I'm running on my hours of service and planned everything, then I know at least I got a spot, and I don't have to not have a spot. So anyways, that's the sign. Reserved parking. Check in after 4 and you can check out before 3. So I don't have another load yet, which again, it's a good spot to chillax and do what you need to do, especially this first little bit. But anyways, I'll like I told you, I'll stay tuned. I'm gonna recap what happened today. It was by far the most epic day I've ever had in trucking, which every day will probably be that way, but 30,000 plus pounds of meatloaf made its way to the drop. I still can't think of what the name of the place is, but somewhere in Missouri. I'll put it here. But man, what a day. If you've ever seen Ozark, it's like 1 and 2 seasons. I think they're about to do a 3rd one. It's Jason Bateman and this girl's got blonde curly hair. I think her name's Ruth Ann or something. I follow her on Instagram, but I can't remember. She just got engaged. Can't remember what her real name is, but she's in a couple of good movies. She's solid. But I was looking everywhere for them, man. It looked just like the movies. It was foggy and hilly, and I was just waiting to get shot up. I know G Money watches it, and I think maybe Child Dog does too. But it's good. It's a little. I mean, it's rough. It's kind of. It's got some mob stuff in it and whatever, but it's a quick binge. But anyways, this brought to you by McDonald's and Pilot. Earn that shower power after 1,000 gallons a month. You can shower for free. Or $3,000, whichever math you're doing. Alright, talk to y'all tonight in the cozy 90119. YouTube, what is going on YouTube? I'm freezing. It is so cold here. I'll put the weather somewhere. The wind is blowing like 20, 30 degrees. Just Higginsville, United States, side of the road. This needs to go away. That's my parking pass. Have mercy. What a day. Every day. I'm coming raw. I should have prepped myself for the video. But anyways, hopefully I can ramble short. Tell you what, I'm gonna turn y'all to the truck stop so y'all can look at that instead of mine. It's some fish. Yes. So y'all can watch all the pretty trucks. Okay, so first things first. I've heard this a bunch, and I don't know what else to tell you besides probably should. I don't know if Rand McNally's or whatever, if they do, if they take you on the roads like you just saw in the video, but what you saw in the video, it was easy compared to what happened after that. I went through 7 single lane bridges, a truck brake check, like to where you pull off side the road to check your brakes for what's about to come, and that was a 4 mile 7% grade. Trucks go 15 miles an hour with curves that look like letters of the alphabet. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. But I'm telling you, it was me and logging trucks and like a couple of families. But there were turns that I had to be in. I had to look to see if somebody was coming down the road, because I had to be in that lane for my rear right wheels, 4th and 5th axles, to not go off the side of the road. It was unbelievably beautiful, but not in a truck. I have no idea why this Garmin sent me there. It was cool. Like I said, in the video you just watched, you know, I don't know, but it got crazy. It was a national forest, and I thought that the GPS was taking me up 65, which the guy told me, and I looked and said, but what it did is it shot me up 7. And it joined up with 65 after Harrison. And so, not an interstate, like a highway 65 or whatever. And it's just a straight shot from where I was to where I went. To Marshall was where I was heading. But I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, Trans Am people who's thinking about coming, people that are thinking about driving a truck, if you're going from Russellville to Marshall, do not go up that road. Go around it. You go to 65 and up. Don't go 7 to 65. That's the straight shot. But it is 53 miles of sharp curves and steep grades. Now, with that said, I can't wait to do it again. But I'm telling you, you better go the speed limit. I have 3 cylinders on my J-brake going 15 to 19. I found out that you can only set the cruise control at 19. It won't let you set it at 18. Otherwise, I would have set it at 18, because you are going slow. And do not attempt it if the weather is under 40 degrees at the bottom, because it gets colder up top. If you've ever been to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge on 321, or if you've ever been to the Artisan Loop that's in Gatlinburg, or any road that you hear banjo music on normally, that's the road I was on. And the lady was just telling me on the GPS, Patsy there, was just telling me, you know, every 10 seconds was bing, sharp incline or sharp decline or sharp curve. And it was just like, yeah, there, no fooling. So I actually, you know, I got to where I was able to stop it, and there was again, it's just going straight as far as on the map, but it was not straight as far as the road goes. But it was north to south, or south to north. So I stopped at a co-op. It looked like it was where people pay their bills, because the parking lot was big enough to park. And I went inside, and there was a nice lady there, because I just passed a sign that said no through trucks. And I thought, what in the world, you know? And right and left were definitely not truck roads. So I pulled up in there and turned in, and I talked to somebody, Joyce or Janet or Judy or one of them. And I was like, what is going on? I don't know where I am, how I got here, but my GPS sent me here. She goes, hold on. So she paged up a guy, and another dude came, and they were just the nicest people. And I was like, I really like it here. I feel like I want to live here the rest of my life. And I told them that I had a ton of meatloaf and bacon bits, and I'd be happy to hold a community picnic or a community cookout if they would just let me live here. Because I did not want to go anymore, but I knew I had to. So he said if I kept going, that if I thought the road that I had just went on was curvy and hilly, wait till I got to where I was going. But he promised me that after Harrison, it was good to go. It was that 65 that I always dreamed of, which was 4 lanes, grass divided highway, beautiful rolling hills, Amish country, chilling. And that was the reward. But I'm telling you, that next 17 miles to Harrison from wherever I was the toughest driving I've ever done in any kind of a car, vehicle, truck, or whatever. And I've come down the mountain with it 18 degrees and icy from Clingman's Dome, and was in a Econoline 18 passenger van. So this was unbelievable. G Money, unbelievable. I came, there was, he goes, this is the hope he gave me. Watch out for the single lane bridges and make sure that the logging trucks aren't coming down the hill, because you will hit their mirrors because there's not enough room. And I was like, cool, I got this, whatever. So I went, and sure enough, they were there, the logging trucks and the single lane bridges. But I landed safely. I watched my speed. I went through the Ozarks. Unbelievable day. Flash Jr. did great. I'm learning my truck. I have put 3,432 miles on this truck, and that's not a lot. I haven't, like I said, I did a lot of home time. But what a day. Again, that's why I want to be set up for later on, and I'll probably do it again or whatever, and I'll make sure I got the camera rolling. But there was no, obviously I don't do the phone in my hand whenever I'm driving, but it's up, Bixby voice activated for the video shot. But I don't want, I don't want to be, like I said, I know a lot of people get dash cams and other things for their own insurance or whatever, but I just want it for the scenery. What a day. I will say this. I only hit my brakes twice the entire way up there and back down, because I was able to control my speed with the J brake and with cruise control. I don't know if it's Jake brake or J brake or whatever, but it's engine braking is what it is, I think. There's 1, 2, and 3 cylinders, little dots on the screen, but I straight up used 3 today on some of them. But I know that's hard to believe that you don't use the brake, but if you watch your speed when you top the hill, the gear goes down to the proper gear and it slows you down. And like you'll learn that over time or whatever. I'm still learning it. I do want to learn about the manual when because when I am climbing a hill, I'd like to be in the right gear. If the cruise control has missed it or I haven't knocked it down far enough. But I was plus and minusing the cruise control all day. Started out the day. Just a recap. I know this is a long video because I'm sure you guys just watched the mountain one or whatever, but it's pretty and worth it. the scenery was gorgeous. I'm not sure why the camera does this while it does that. It must have something to do with the focus, or maybe the mount itself. It makes me look like I'm going back and forth. I'm not, and the video angle is from the left, my left shoulder of the windshield, so that's why it looks a little off or whatever. So I'll work on that. I hope you don't get dizzy or whatever watching it, because there were some pretty spots, but it really got pretty. And I'll post the pictures or whatever throughout this video, I'm sure. I actually stopped at like a scenic point just to take a picture. But it was epic for sure. Started the day out, good to go and stuff, and I twist tied that. I guess they're like side skirts or whatever for, gas mileage or something. But I'll say this about Trans Am, and I did land the trailer and everything else, and it was good to go. But the Trans Am trailers that I've seen and I've had are the worst trailers out here. And I mean, I'm not trying to exaggerate. Every other trailer that I park by or that I see, they are nice. They're not tore up or anything. So Trans Am's got to work on that a little bit, as far as I'm concerned. Because I mean, the one I took home, the one that I had and dropped off or whatever, and I know what happens. People are so excited to get a Lowe's, they just they don't say something's wrong with this trailer or whatever. But those side skirts are like, it's okay to have a nick and a dent here. But long story longer, I went underneath the thing, happy to go, ready to go, got my coffee, zip tied what I was hoping would let me see my tire a little bit, because when I look back, I could see them stinking skirts. And I looked at everybody else's, and theirs is pointed more towards the center of the tire, so you can see them in your mirrors. But everybody's crinkled these trailers or hit them so bad or backed up into stuff, and they hadn't fixed them. I feel like they should. And so both of those things, both sides of mine were bad. So I zip tied it in some, to where it would kind of pull it in. And when I did that, that was fine. I was like, cool, I got it to work. And when I went to get out of there, I hit my back shoulder. I come up and hit my back shoulder on like the corner of the trailer, and made me run and lean like I was sorry about my hand being there, used to it. Pretty trucks. How can I make that go away? Nope. Oh yeah, the light. Look at there. So much prettier. I'm so sorry. And that's awful. A squirrel. Alright. Anyways. So, never gonna recut anything on these videos. But I ran like I was a marathoner finishing a race, leaning. Oh! It hurt so bad, and I just got a nice shower and cleaned up and all. And everything you touch, you get grease or it's dirty. But it was all right. I actually the first time I stopped after that crazy. 15 minutes from that moment, I was in a national park and wasn't ready for it. I didn't bring my swim trunks or fishing license. But anyways, I brought my truck and my CDL, and I will do it again any day of the week. Thank you very much. It was wonderful. Scale of 0 to 10, 15 million. It was that awesome. It was incredible. Surviving it was incredible. And not surviving, thriving, as we would say. But it is a noble profession after all, truck driving. And somebody's gonna eat meatloaf tonight because I decided to go through a national forest. Let's see, what else is there? Branson was incredibly hilly, so that was something. I stopped at a Walmart and ate at a Mexican place, and was thankful to have landed out of the Ozark National Forest. And then I delivered the load. Beautiful sunset. I'll put some pictures up. Just really cool. And then I again reserved a spot in Higginsville, which is about 50 outside of St. Louis or Kansas City. I don't remember, but I'm on I-70 west. But I'm done for now as far as I'm off duty. I haven't got another load yet, which I wouldn't want one until 8 or 9 in the morning. But the first thing I'll need to do is go grab a trailer. I am close to where I dropped the meatloaf at. So I do, they have options or whatever. So I have seen about 3 or 4 Trans Am guys. So it is cool to see. I haven't talked to them, but just to see them. Haven't seen anybody I went to school with, but anyways. What an adventure. I'm telling you, it's epic. It really is. Done a lot of things in my life, and this is something. Like now, sitting here now, it's not, no idea I was gonna go through that day. I really thought that, I may even planned to have just an easy day. I had plenty of time to get the load there. I wasn't gonna dilly-dally, but I was gonna enjoy myself and, just relax and drive safely. And man, so, number one, pre-trip as much as you can. So much like use Google Earth. I know it might take you a little extra minute or two, but scroll through to make sure you're not going through the Dragon's Tail or the Widowmaker Run or whatever else that you could come up with, because I wouldn't have wanted to ride with anybody but myself on that road. I mean, people that I love and trust, I would not want to ride with somebody. I would want to have my hands on a wheel so they could blame me when they and I wouldn't be blaming them as we tumbled down 12,000 feet of cliff or whatever it was. But what a road. If you're ever up here go and you want to go up and get you a picture, it's something. I had no idea, but all good. Enjoying it, and I hope everybody's enjoying the videos. I'll try to hone them in, make suggestions, hey dummy, don't talk so much, or hey, show us the truck, or we wanna see this or that, or quit making them all together, and whatever. Thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. I will give a shout out to Trucker Brown, the Watson channel, 50 plus, which I liked his early stuff. I'm not sure what's going on with him now, but Fowler, Zach Fowler, he's the one that won, I think, the 3rd season of Alone. But he has an awesome YouTube channel. It's called Fowler's Makery and Mischief. And I'm just trying to think of some other YouTube channels that I learned from. But anyways, that's all for now. Like I said, subscribe, like, follow along, comment, suggest, or just don't do anything and enjoy your new year. Talk to you guys later.